Shift Your Reality, a 78-day guide to transurfing mastery by Vadim Zeland. Day 1. The Awakening. Wake up here and now. Become aware of yourself and remember, all people dream, and everything around is nothing but a dream. But this dream has no power over you anymore. You woke up, so you are able to influence the course of the events. The advantage lies in your awareness. Feel the power. It is always with you, if you remember it. Now everything will be as you want it to be. You are awake. Day 2. Tearing the Veil. Realize that your life is a game that was imposed onto you. While deep into it, you are not capable of objective assessments of situations and also not capable at all of influencing the course of events. First, go down to the spectator's seats, look around with clear mind and say, at this point I do not sleep, and I realize where I am, what happens, what I am doing and why. Then climb back on stage and continue to play, as you remain observing. Now you have a huge advantage, awareness. You are destroying this game and have acquired the ability to control it. Day 3. Child of God. Each of us has a particle of God. You are God's child, and your life is the dream of God. Controlling reality with the power of intention, you perform His will. Your intention is the intention of God. How can you doubt that it will be fulfilled? Day 4. The Birth of a Star. To achieve real success, you have to stop following generally accepted standards and start walking your own way. The one who comes out of the common formation creates a new success benchmark. Pendulums do not tolerate individuality, they see a rising star and make it their favorite. When establishing a new rule, the formation turns and starts following the new star. To establish your own rules, you must allow yourself to be yourself. You can do this. The only thing you have to do is to take that privilege. The privileges are given or taken only by you yourself. Day 5. The world is your mirror. Your world is what you think it is. The world reflects, as your mirror, your attitude towards it. Life is a game in which the world constantly poses the same riddle to its residents, guess who I am? And everyone responds according to his or her ideas, you're aggressive, or you're lovely, or funny, friendly, hostile, happy, sad, etc. Interestingly, in this quiz, everyone is winning. The world agrees and is presented to everyone in the outlook in which it was ordered. What do you think about your world? Day 6. The Boomerang. Any thoughts you send to the world will come back to you as a boomerang. What happens when you hate something? One reinforces this feeling with the unity of soul and mind. The clear image, reflected in the mirror, fills the entire layer of the world. Consequently, one will become even more nervous, thus increasing the power of hatred, sending everyone to hell with, oh, go to, and the mirror returns this boomerang back. You sent, and they sent you. Beware not to broadcast negative thoughts and feelings to the mirror of the world. Inevitably, you will get a similar response from the most unexpected direction. But do know that love is also a boomerang. Day 7. The Illusion of the Reflection. It may seem to you that you are at the mercy of circumstances and unable to change them. Actually, this is an illusion that you can easily destroy if you wish. Unconsciously, you move into a closed circle, observing reality, expressing attitude, the mirror fixes the contents of your attitude into reality. This results in a closed feedback loop. Reality is formed as a reflection of how you think, and the image is largely determined by the reflection itself. The principle for controlling reality is that you should reverse the circle, observe yourself first and only then look in the mirror. Day 8. The Pink Twins. On Earth, there are many haven places where pink twins reside. If you want to end up there, put on your pink glasses and ignore the people who tell you to take them off. Echoes of Eden's life rarely penetrate our daily lives, so if you eagerly pursue these pink sun bunnies, keeping your attention on them, you will encounter them more often. You will see the layer of your world will be transformed in a remarkable way. Day 9. Sigh of relief. Generally, transurfing is not possible without a sufficient level of energy. Usually, most of the human energy is directed towards many unrealized plans. The goal activates the energy of intention, but only if it is realized. Instead of lingering in space, it is necessary to either dispose of some of the potential intentions or start realizing them. Relax and give yourself more freedom. Make a list of restrictions that suppress you and throw them away from your shoulders. Reserves from the energy of intention will be immediately freed, enabling you to move forward. Day 10. The relief. You can have everything you want if you believe it's yours unconditionally. Your choice is a law, subject to unconditional execution. Freedom of choice, the determination to have, is shaped by the energy of intention. If excessive potentials of internal and external importance consume a significant part of your energy, the intention has no power. To reduce the importance of things, you need to act consciously and realize what you attribute too much importance to, and what the consequences are. Excess potential energy is dissipated in action. Turn your thoughts to the target and confidently move towards it. This is your action. Day 11. Confidence. To gain confidence, let go. Uncertainty stems from attaching too much importance to things. Say, I don't need confidence to support me, because when I don't give importance, there's nothing to defend or conquer. There's nothing to fear or worry about. When nothing holds excessive importance, my world becomes clear and transparent. I release the struggle and flow with the possibilities. I am empty, so nothing can be taken from me. I don't need to fight. I simply move forward with confidence, claiming what is rightfully mine. This is not wavering confidence but calm and deliberate alignment. Day 12. The equilibrium. When you are in harmonious balance with the outside world, your life flows gently and pleasantly. You reach your goals without much effort. But if you build a wall of excessive potentials, life becomes a struggle with balancing forces. When faced with a problematic situation, try to determine where you have placed too much emphasis, what you are stuck on, and what you attribute excessive importance to. Define your importance, and then let it go. The wall will collapse, the obstacles will disappear, and the problem will be solved. Don't try to overcome the obstacles, reduce their importance. Day 13. The soul attractiveness. What is the secret of attractive people? They have replaced negative thoughts with positive ones in their minds. Attractiveness comes from the unity of soul and mind. An attractive person celebrates their soul, enjoys life, and loves themselves without being egotistical. Though few, you can become one of them and increase their number. To do so, turn towards your soul, love yourself, and pursue your goals. This will not only change your personal qualities but also make you physically attractive, with a more pleasant face and a charming smile. Day 14. Loving yourself. If you do not love yourself, no one else will love you. What's more, you'll never be happy. Any conflict between the soul and mind has a negative impact on your appearance and character. Consequently, your world becomes increasingly dark. Above all, you need to love yourself first before noticing the qualities of others. You must understand and feel the facts. Pendulums force you to change yourself, to turn your back on your soul and obey the rule, they're better than you, so do as they do, look like them, fit into the mold, be a cog. In reality, you are unique. Turn to yourself, accept yourself as you are, and embrace your right to be yourself. Then, you will have reason to be proud of yourself and to respect yourself. Day 15. My goal is me. If you are rejected or experiencing unshared love, or if you are seeking love, you need to start loving yourself. If you still find it difficult to love yourself as you are, begin working on self-improvement. Join a fitness club, start learning a foreign language, try dressing in a new way, not as usual. Consider getting a meaningful tattoo or buying a magic talisman like a necklace or ring. By paying attention to yourself, you will find a new sense of life. Making self-care your primary goal, especially if you haven't found another one yet, is truly worthwhile and will bring you success and prosperity. You are worthy of all the best. Day 16. Faith. As it has been said long ago and numerous times, according to your faith, you will be rewarded. Indeed, that is true. But how do you begin to believe? It's pointless to negotiate or persuade yourself. Take on one specific task, managing reality according to the principles of transurfing and visualizing the target slide. Put these principles into practice and see what happens. External intention will open doors to a world where the impossible becomes possible. When the mind faces facts, it will liberate the incredible from the template of its perception of the world and allow miracles to happen. When you see that transurfing works, you won't need faith, you will have knowledge. Day 17. Guilt. Guilt inevitably gives rise to the scenario of punishment, and this occurs without your mind being aware of it. That's how the template of the human worldview is designed. Offense must be followed by punishment. Free from guilt, you will never encounter a situation in which someone threatens you with violence. Without guilt, there is no punishment. Day 18. Importance. When a person feels inferior in some way and seeks to increase their importance, everything becomes reversed. The more you try to emphasize it, the more it decreases. Conversely, someone who doesn't focus on their own significance possesses it unconditionally. The feeling of one's own importance is a cunning excess of potential. Balancing forces will do anything to bring you down from the pedestal. By letting go of your significance, you will receive it. However, never disregard the significance of others. Make it taboo for yourself. This will prevent many problems and troubles whose causes you may not understand. Day 19. Credo of a Creator. Always be yourself, never betray yourself under any circumstances, and live in accordance with your beliefs. Breaking or, worse, lacking them would destroy you as a person, and your life would be miserable. When the image is wrong, the reflection in the mirror is crooked too. It's essential to align your thoughts and actions, do not deceive yourself, and there will be no bothersome distortions in the dual mirror. You are the creator of your reality, and you have nothing to be ashamed of or afraid of. Remember, you are not alone. Strength is with you, and your world cares for you. Day 20. Your way. It makes no sense to take on a way without heart. Following it, you will receive a complete mismatch between the soul and mind. You feel the inner discomfort, uncertainty, and anxiety. On the one hand, you think you do everything right, and on the other hand, your subconscious says that this is not true at all. And if the way has heart, you will immediately feel it. When you walk on it, an incomparable feeling arises, everything will be as I want it, the typical quiet confidence. Search for your way, on which the soul rejoices, and the mind happily rubs hands. You will surely find it if you wish. Day 21. Verdict of a Creator. All your life, you were told what you should be, how you should act, what to honor, what to strive for. Now, get your legal right to create your own canons. You decide what is right and what is less right for you, since you yourself form the layer of your world. You have the right to define as proper what others see as wrong, if it does not harm anyone. Using the privilege to establish your own verdict, you live according to your credo. The right to pronounce the verdict of the Creator is freedom from depressing circumstances, from all that obscures your life and creates obstacles to your goals. It will help you get calm confidence. Day 22. Declaration of Intent. To effectively manage reality, you need to strive to control your thoughts, not letting them entirely roam free. Initially, this will strain you a little, but later it will become a habit. Don't just swim in the amorphous jelly of uncontrollable thoughts. Declare your intention, concentrate on the target. This does not mean you have to constantly be on guard. Let your thoughts drift at will, but do it intentionally, following the principle, if my mind wanders, it's just because I let it do so. And then intentionally go back to the state of concentration. Day 23. The determination to act. If you want something, do not waste energy hesitating. Just go and get what is yours, as if you received notification for a parcel delivered in your name. Don't contemplate over things, but use your intention instead. If at any time you need a bus, parking, purchase, a certificate, examination, interview, meeting, whatever, do not think, just go and get it. Quit experiences such as, is it possible, how come, etc. Cast away the anxiety, desire, and hope, leave only the calm confidence. Feel the state of getting what is yours, without any conditions and reflections. For example, I do not think whether I will be able to catch the bus, how long I should wait for it. I just go to the bus station and I know that the bus will be there soon. Let this condition accompany you everywhere. Day 24. The determination to have. When in your thoughts there is not even a shadow of doubt, desire, and fear, but only calm determination to have, the impossible becomes possible. You can take exams without knowing the subject, you can easily pass through the most complicated discussions, conclude an extremely good bargain, win a hopeless trial, and have what you haven't even dared to dream. Give up your desire to achieve the goal. Act dispassionately as a samurai who lives, as if he already managed to die. Accept the defeat in advance, but think as if the goal is already in your pocket. Give up hope, which is destiny and salvation for the weak only. Leave only your readiness to receive what you have planned. You want it, right? Then there's no problem, you will have it. Day 25. Cleaning your layer of the world. When you get an oppressive sense of emptiness, put in order your home or workplace. Rearrange your furniture and throw away old and useless things, the rubbish, and carefully arrange the items useful and dear to you. You will feel a burst of energy and joy for life. Similarly, it is necessary to decisively and firmly discard all the negative thoughts so that your world doesn't get infected by them. Fear, anxiety, doubt, bad expectations, resentment, judgment, hostility, guilt, and inferiority, you should throw all this useless rubbish away from your layer of the world. Day 26. The wave of success. Sometimes you feel elated and inspired, but then you sink into the daily routine again. How can you keep the state of celebration? Above all, you should remember it. You need to keep the celebration fire within yourself, to cherish this feeling, to watch your life change for the better, to grasp at straws of joy, to look for positive signs in everything. It is necessary to remember that every minute you practice transurfing, you consciously approach your dream, and therefore gain control over your destiny. This alone will instill calm, confidence, and joy, ensuring that celebration is always with you. When your feeling for a holiday becomes a habit, then you will be constantly on the crest of a wave of success. Day 27. In pursuit of the reflection. When people see that their desires aren't being realized, they often struggle with trying to influence the outcomes without changing the underlying thoughts and attitudes. It's like trying to alter the reflection in a mirror by manipulating the reflection itself rather than changing the image being reflected. The situation can be likened to someone standing in front of a mirror, attempting to manipulate the reflection with their hands. Instead, what's needed is to look away from the mirror and let go of the narrow-minded intention to force the world to conform to personal desires. By consciously projecting positive thoughts and attitudes into the world, regardless of the circumstances, one can align with the desired outcomes. Day 28. The image formation. To anchor the thought form in material reality, it's essential to reproduce it systematically. You may find it hard to believe that everything is so simple. It's about simple, routine work and not just imagination. This is the actual work, but people generally lack enough patience. They enthusiastically latch onto an idea, and then quickly cool down. But to accomplish what you've planned, the target image must be repeated in our thoughts for a long enough time. No miracles, there are just specific things to be done to manage reality. Day 29. World. Give yourself to me. When you want something from the world, do not force it to give it to you. What will be reflected by the mirror if a capricious child jumps in front of it, demanding, "I want it. Give it to me"? The principle is very simple. If you want the reflection in the mirror of the world to move towards you, take the first step. Let go of your intention to receive and replace it with the intention to give, then you will receive that which you relinquished. Day 30. I give myself to you, world. Usually, a person is wholly absorbed in thoughts of what they want to get from others, but they don't try to understand what others want. When you shift your attention to the desires and motives of other people, you will easily get what you want. For this purpose, you only have to define the direction of the internal intention of your partner. Whenever you need something from someone else, to win their sympathy, or to get them to do something, ask yourself, what does he or she want? What motivates this person? What does he or she care about? Direct your actions towards realizing the intentions of your partner, and they will gladly reciprocate. Day 31. The muscle response. When there is an occasion, one readily expresses their attitude in the form of discontent, but nice things are accepted almost indifferently, as if that's just how it should be. We do this unconsciously, reacting like muscles, out of habit. Now, rise above this automatic response, awaken, and use the advantage to express your attitude consciously. With my intention, I choose the colors of my reality. Regardless of the circumstances, I tune myself big time. I do it consciously, not as a primitive reaction to external stimuli. By managing your thoughts, you control reality. Otherwise, it controls you. Day 32. The intention of the Creator. When, according to your own will, you announce every event or circumstance as favorable, from which you benefit, this is not reliance on the goodwill of the world, which cares for you because it loves you. This is not a confidence that can be shaken by circumstances at any moment. This is not conceit, based on blind faith in success. And this is not even optimism as a trait of character. This is the intention of the Creator. You, yourself, form the layer of your world, you create your reality. You are the creator of your reality when you are able to move, and at the same time give freedom of movement to the world as well. Day 33. The Rules of the Pendulum. The rule of the pendulum is, do as I do. That means changing yourself, betraying yourself, and following conventional stereotypes. In an effort to meet the standards of other people's success, one loses oneself and is deeply unhappy because it is simply impossible to meet all standards, and it is not necessary to do so. Do not be afraid to break the rule of the pendulum. You alone establish your standards. Whoever violates the rule of the pendulum becomes either a leader or a maverick. Some become stars, others are rejected by society. The difference between the former and the latter is that the former are convinced that they have every right to violate the rule of the pendulum, while the second group is not sure of this. Get hold of your rights. Day 34. The Rules of Transurfing. Decline the pendulum rule, do as I do, and replace it with the transurfing rule, allow yourself to be yourself and allow the others to be themselves. Allowing yourself to be yourself means accepting yourself with all your imperfections. Allowing others to be themselves means freeing them from the projections of your expectations. This universal rule allows you to have inner freedom and to rid your life of a multitude of problems. Day 35. Reducing the importance. All non-balanced reactions and emotions, resentment, dissatisfaction, frustration, anxiety, agitation, depression, confusion, despair, fear, pity, affection, desire, tenderness, idealization, worship, admiration, disappointment, pride, arrogance, contempt, disgust, offense, and so on, are the result of the increased importance of things. Pendulums fasten you with these strings, and you become a puppet. To reduce the importance doesn't mean to fight with your feelings and to try to suppress them. You must remove the cause, your attitude. You need to realize that importance will bring you nothing but problems, and then intentionally decrease it. Day 36. Stop the fight. The world as a mirror reflects your attitude towards it. When you are not satisfied with it, it turns its back towards you. When you fight it, it fights you back. When you stop fighting, the world comes towards you. If you just allow yourself to have that which you have in mind, external intention will find a way to give it to you. And then one day something will happen that others will call a miracle. You desperately want to achieve your goal, don't you? Stop wishing, you'll anyway get what is yours, just think that you are taking what is yours. Take it easy, without wanting or insisting, I want it, so where is the problem? That means that I will have it. Day 37. Coordination of intention. If you decide to accept a seemingly negative event as a positive one, then it will be exactly like this. Remember, no matter how bad the situation is now, a very pleasant surprise is waiting for you, provided that at this moment you keep the coordination. In any difficult situation, you can tell yourself, if it happens, good, if it does not, even better. Because you know that your world cares about you, and if something happens, then you avoid other unknown problems. In this relaxed mood, go on a date with destiny, the one that you create yourself. From now on, whatever happens, everything is as it should be. Day 38. The world cares. Let your guide be the formula, my world takes care of me. Repeat it in all circumstances, even the most trivial ones, whatever happens, good or bad. When you experience success, be sure to confirm that the world really cares for you. Confirm this with every little thing. When confronted with annoying circumstances, nevertheless state that it's okay. Your world knows best how to care for you. Things shall be as you see them in the mirror. Day 39. Up the stream. At least for a day, watch how the mind is trying to row upstream. Something is offered to you, and you refuse. Or someone wants to communicate something, and you do not listen. Someone expresses their point of view, and you argue. Someone does something in their own way, and you preach to that person. A simple solution is offered to you, and you object. You expect one thing, the result is another, and you get frustrated. Someone is bothering you, and you get mad. Something is different from your script, and you rush with horns ahead to direct the flow in the right direction. Change tactics, move the center of gravity towards monitoring instead of controlling. Do not clap your hands in the water. Do not prevent your life from moving downstream and see how much lighter your world will be. Day 40. Down the stream. Establish a balance with the surrounding world and trust the flow of the variance. Release the situation and become its observer rather than a member. Make it a rule to do everything using the path of least resistance. Always choose the effortless way. Before you start solving a problem, ask yourself the simplest way to do this. If something doesn't happen as expected, release your grip and make an unexpected change in your scenario. If you are offered something, do not hurry to quit. If you are given advice, try to consider it. If you hear someone else's opinion, do not rush to discuss it. If you feel that someone does something wrong, so what? People take the initiative, let them realize their intention. The flow of the variations is a gorgeous gift for the mind. Day 41. Remember. When looking for a way out of a problematic situation, first remember that it occurred because of the increased importance. Unconscious sleep fully conquers you and happens without your control, simply because you did not realize it was just a dream. Similarly, while awake, circumstances will dominate until you realize that you are immersed in the problem, and not the solution. Stop, release yourself from the spell, and remember that reality is a dream that you can manage. And when you wake up, start transurfing your dream. Day 42. Breaking the stereotype. If someone tries to convince you that you are required to work for the benefit of something or someone, do not believe that person. If they want to prove to you that everything in this world is achieved by hard work, don't believe them. If they are trying to impose on you a fierce struggle for a place under the sun, again do not believe them. If they want to tell you where your place is, do not believe it. If they try to drag you into a sect or society where your contribution to the common cause is needed, do not believe it. If they tell you that because you were born in poverty, you have to spend your whole life that way, do not believe it. If they suggest that your opportunities are limited, do not believe it. Day 43. Visualizing the process. Whatever you do, your performance will grow many times if you not just do your job well but consciously and enthusiastically admire it, constantly finding its perfection. This is very important. The principle is as follows: I do everything in a wonderful way, today I do everything better than yesterday, and tomorrow will be better than today. When you scroll through your target slide in your thoughts, all the circumstances work to achieve the goal, even if you think otherwise. And if at the same time, you visualize the process, the layer of your world flies towards your dream with stunning speed. Day 44. The slide. Usually, people act only within physical reality, guided by the so-called common sense. This approach is not always effective. Now, you have a great advantage. By using the metaphysical properties of reality, you can materialize your intentions. To manifest a thought form in physical reality, you need to consistently replay it and visualize the end goal clearly. Unlike mere daydreaming, this approach requires specific action. By diligently pursuing this path, you will achieve results. Day 45. Your way to your goal. Reject the importance of the goal, give up longing, and focus solely on the determination. Approach your goal like you approach your mailbox to collect letters. The only things that can hinder progress towards your goal are excessive attachment, overzealousness, and fear of failure. Visualize the outcome in your thoughts without getting caught up in specific scenarios. Avoid dwelling on the means of achieving the objective. If you consistently focus on the goal as if it's already achieved, opportunities will eventually present themselves. Doors will open, and the necessary tools will become available to you. Day 46. Doors. Your door is the path that will lead you to your goal. Visualize the desired outcome in your thoughts, and eventually external opportunities, doors, will present themselves. If you feel tired, drained of energy, or exhausted while pursuing your goal, then that path may not be yours. We can't guarantee it will be easy. However, if you experience spiritual uplift and inspiration in your efforts, you can confidently consider it your door. Everything you do with ease and enthusiasm holds meaning and value. Even small, seemingly insignificant traits that are unique to you could unlock your door, despite not fitting conventional stereotypes. Try to apply some of your characteristic, frivolous traits to the serious doors. Day 47. Relationships of dependence. If you feel the world is behaving defiantly towards you, consider, to which object or concept are you attaching undue significance? Everything that provokes animosity seems to happen to you. You are haunted by everything that bothers you and encounters extreme undesirability. This happens because you have seized the world by the throat, but it resists and attempts to escape. The more you insist on your desires and demands, the stronger the magnet attracts the opposite. Loosen your grip. Allow the world to be as it is. Allow yourself to be yourself and others to be different. Avoid comparing yourself to anyone. Do not cling to anything. Take things effortlessly and let them go effortlessly. Day 48. In search for love. There's no need to search for love, it will find you. To meet your soulmate, consistently visualize a scenario where you envision your life together with an abstract figure, your perfect match. At a certain moment, the door will open, they will appear. Afterwards, the next steps are in your hands. You must enter that door, take the initiative, setting aside all pride and prejudice. Approach this step with simplicity and sincerity, without pretension or disguise. Genuine spontaneity is always pure. Furthermore, be true to yourself and never betray your principles. Live according to your beliefs. This way, no troubling distortions will occur in the reflection of your relationship. Day 49. Stopping the pendulum. Be prepared for provocations from the pendulums. When you encounter an undesirable situation or receive bad news, you may lose your balance. According to the usual scenario, you might feel worried, scared, or low-spirited, and you might express dissatisfaction or annoyance. Instead, do the opposite, respond unexpectedly, and break the pattern. Replace fear with confidence, sadness with enthusiasm, resentment with indifference, and frustration with joy. The pendulum's game is designed to throw you off balance. Intentionally break the rules of this game, do anything except what is expected of you. Day 50. The failure of the pendulum. If you are overwhelmed by thoughts of what you don't like, that's exactly what will come into your life. To opt out of the unwanted, you must accept it. This means not internalizing it but acknowledging its right to exist and letting it pass indifferently. Accept it and let it go, essentially allowing it to pass near you and waving it goodbye. Always respond with agreement to the first swing of the pendulum, then depart diplomatically or gently redirect your movement in the right direction. Learn not to get caught up in it, but to ignore what irritates you. Then the pendulum will disappear from your life. When there's nothing to catch, it will lose its influence. Day 51. Inexplicable infinity. Why does transurfing work? Who puts everything that is in the space of variations? Nobody has created the space of variations, it has always existed. The human mind is created in such a way that it seems to it that everything in this world is created by someone or something and that everything has a beginning and an end. But in the world, there are questions that are far beyond the possibilities of the mind. The mind is merely a logical machine, although it possesses the ability to think abstractly. Transurfing does not explain the structure of the world but offers a practical model that allows us to understand why it is possible to manage reality and how to do it. Similarly, we can drive a car without having an idea of its internal structure. Day 52. The Keeper of Eternity. The space of variations contains everything, anything you want with your soul and mind is yours. But you should know that the goalkeeper stands at the threshold of eternity, the absolute law that protects access to everything there. This relentless watchdog allows entrance only to those who have the courage to exercise their right as creators. Your verdict will be your pass: I can, and I am worthy because I decided so. I do not want and do not hope, I intend. Take your right, and the goalkeeper will open the door to eternity before you. Day 53. Managing your fate. When you take control into your hands, your life no longer depends on circumstances. Your boat can be turned in any direction away from the fate that you are supposedly destined for. Everything is very simple. Life is like a river. If you paddle yourself, you can choose the direction. If you just let yourself drift, you are forced to sail with the mainstream flow. Want karma? You will receive it. When you think that your fate depends on some inexorable circumstances or mistakes in past lives, you manifest the corresponding variation. It's all within your will. You're a child of God. And if you want to be a creator, that is within your power too. The dual mirror agrees with everything. Day 54. Mental laziness. If someone believes in predicting their fate and takes their dreams seriously, a thought form unintentionally gets formed that can fully materialize as a program for that person. The implementation occurs solely because they genuinely believe in all this nonsense. We always manifest in reality what we believe in. But how naive it is to trust various men and women who claim to predict the future, rather than create your own destiny at your own discretion. You are the true creator of your destiny, if you choose to be. Don't entrust your fate to the hands of mirror people. Day 55. Mental template. With their negative attitude, people themselves color the layers of their world in black. The mirror merely reflects the content of the attitude, disregarding its direction. It's not how you think, the main thing is what you think. Whether you like the reflection or not, it aligns with what you think about it. The only thing that matters is the content of your thoughts. From this moment on, create a rule to control the pattern of your thoughts and attitude. Regardless of what happens, maintain a positive attitude. Focus your attention on what you ultimately want to achieve. Over time, you'll construct a very comfortable reality. Get ready, a wonderful series of pleasant events awaits you. Day 56. Dissatisfaction with the world. If you truly want to improve your life, replace mechanical negativity with positive dominance. For example, my world selects the best for me. I flow with the stream of variations, and the world moves towards me. I alone, with my intention, shape the layers of my world. My world shields me from problems. My world ensures that I live easily and comfortably. I command, and my world fulfill. I may not always know, but my world knows how to care for me. My intentions manifest, everything unfolds as it should. Remember, you either control reality, or it controls you. Day 57. Inferiority. When one realizes that they do not fit established standards, they may feel a sense of inferiority. Compared to whom? Ask yourself, do you want to be like everyone else, or do you still want to be yourself? Trying to hide your shortcomings will not achieve this. Developing your qualities will. Any imperfection is balanced by a quality inherent to you. Lack of beauty can be compensated with charm. Physical defects can be compensated with confidence in ourselves. Less developed communication skills can be replaced with the ability to listen. As for timid people, we can advise them to consider this trait a treasure. Shyness carries hidden charm if you allow yourself the luxury of not being strict. Day 58. Self-sufficiency. You have enormous potential, even if you think otherwise. You are capable of everything, even if nobody has told you yet. Simply accept the axiom that the soul knows everything, and then allow yourself to harness this knowledge. Stop searching for truth in external sources, look within yourself, and you will find all the answers. To look within yourself is not abstract. Just ask yourself a question and have the courage to answer it. By engaging yourself in the space of variations, you can make discoveries, create new things, and produce masterpieces. Let go of established authorities, they draw from the same source. Now it's your turn. Day 59. Decision making. When you contemplate how to proceed, only your mind is active. It analyzes the pros and cons and constructs a rational and persuasive plan while considering others' opinions. It often disregards the intuitions of the soul. In this regard, the mind sleeps deeply. Let it sleep undisturbed until it decides. But once the decision is made, do not heed anyone else. Wake up and assess, what feelings did you experience when the decision was made? Your state of peace will reveal the soul's stance on the mind's decision. Day 60. The rustle of the morning stars. When faced with a dilemma and unsure of the exact answer, boldly trust your intuition. Relying on hunches may lead to mistakes, but you are bound to make far more mistakes if you only listen to reason. When a decision needs to be made, no one knows better than your soul what should be done. It can be challenging to precisely discern your soul's promptings, but you can accurately gauge whether your soul approves of the mind's decision. Peace of mind following a decision is a sure criterion of truth. 1. Other people's goals. When defining your goal, ask yourself, do I really desire it with all my soul, or do I just want to desire it? If you need to convince yourself, then the goal is not yours. If your goal truly belongs to you, you do not have to convince yourself. Movement towards someone else's goal always postpones celebration to a later, illusory future. But if you are moving towards your own goal, you can find happiness in the present. Others' goals always impose violence, compulsion, and obligation upon you. False goals attract with their inaccessibility, forcing you to prove something to yourself and others. Goals imposed by others serve to increase their welfare. Search for your own goal. Day 62. Your goal. Everyone has one precious treasure, their unique soul. Every soul has a purpose toward which one finds happiness. There is no happiness in the future, it is either here and now, or it does not exist at all. The secret of true success is to free oneself from pendulums and to choose one's own path. Ask yourself, what attracts your soul? What will make your life a celebration? Do not concern yourself with any restrictions. Dare to dream boldly. If this is your goal, then just the thought of it makes your soul sing and your mind rejoice. Day 63. Intention Wheel. If you want to achieve your goal, you should turn your desire into a solid intention. Dreams do not come true by themselves. Stop merely yearning for your goal. As long as you intend it, it is already yours. Yearning is the fear of failure. I want it so much that I feel weak, yet I'm afraid it won't happen. And why am I afraid? Because I am not focused on the goal but on how to achieve it. Stop dwelling on the hows of achieving it. Your task is to envision the goal as already accomplished and replay that image in your mind. On the path to your goal, things may not unfold as expected, or perhaps nothing happens at all. This should not discourage you. Regardless of how events unfold, stay steadfast in your pursuit of your goal. The motto is, I do not wish, and I do not hope, I intend. Day 64. The canvas of your soul. Everyone has a purpose, toward which they unveil all their talents. If one is not aware of their uniqueness, their divine power as a creator, they may fall into unconscious slumber, and immediately pendulums impose an imitation of purpose upon them, assigning a place in the matrix to become a mere cog serving the system's interests. When a person pursues others' goals, their life becomes a sentence of servitude. On the path to your own goal, true happiness in this life emerges. Your goal will transform your life into a celebration. Achieving it will attract the fulfillment of all other desires, surpassing expectations. Seek your goal. You will discover it. Day 65. Pessimism. When one notices unpleasant traits in their reflection in the mirror, they often fixate on them, inadvertently reinforcing negative attitudes that worsen the situation. Consequently, the perceived reality gradually loses its brightness. This process dims the individual's world, making it increasingly gloomy and uncomfortable. Stop picking up stressors, and they will no longer bother you. Instead of focusing on problems, seek out solutions. Lastly, refrain from complaining. By changing your attitude toward life, a sense of confidence will emerge, a feeling that everything is going well and will continue to improve. Trust that everything will unfold as it should. Day 66. The support. If things are tough for you now, you can always find support within yourself when you wake up and realize where the problem situation originates. The danger isn't the problem itself but your attitude toward it. When you deem it important, you feed energy to the pendulum. You must understand that in every difficult situation, the pendulum seeks to either make you exert effort and fight or surrender to despair. You should do neither. But what if you lack support and have lost your confidence? Confidence will arise when you awaken and recognize the game that's being played. You'll smile and say, "Well, there you are, pendulum. Now you won't catch me so easily." You're no longer a puppet. You're free because you're awake. Day 67. Correcting the scenario. Look at everything around you through the eyes of an observer. While you are a participant in the play, imagine yourself watching from the sidelines, noting every movement in your environment. Do not insist on your own script, let the world unfold in its various ways. This doesn't mean you have to agree with everything unquestioningly. There's a difference between closing your eyes and surrendering to the current, and intentionally and consciously flowing with it. You will intuitively know when to tighten the reins and when to loosen them. Allow the world to be and observe its movements. Watch it like a wise mentor who gives a child freedom of choice, occasionally offering gentle guidance in the right direction. You will witness how the world begins to revolve around you. Day 68. Carrying case for the soul. Your soul did not come to the material world to suffer. However, pendulums find it advantageous to normalize the struggle for a place under the sun. Your soul entered this world as if attending a celebration, so allow it. Only you can decide whether to spend your life toiling for the benefit of the pendulum or to live for yourself, for your own pleasure. If you choose celebration, you must free yourself from the chains of pendulums and discover your purpose and your path. Connect your mind with your soul, and you will attain everything your soul desires. Allow yourself the luxury to be worthy of all the best. Day 69. Idealization. When a person creates their own myths, eventually they are shattered. To avoid disappointment, follow the rule of the 3 NOs. Do not exaggerate the importance of anything, nothing is as crucial as it appears. Do not idolize, often, idols are more mundane than they appear. Do not idealize reality, things are usually more ordinary than they seem. Always strive to soberly assess reality. Day 70. Unconditional love. When someone loves you, consider it a miracle. Even if you cannot reciprocate the feeling, hold this love in high regard. Do not disregard it, handle it with care. Reflect on it, truly, it is a genuine miracle. What if this person is the last one who will ever love you? Similarly, cherish your love for someone else, do not make it dependent on a relationship. Unconditional love, love without expectations, is the only chance to inspire a reciprocal feeling. Let go of the desire to receive or gain something, love purely and selflessly, and then the miracle will happen, you will be loved in return. Day 71. The Polarization of Comparison. When comparing yourself with others, it can create an inferiority complex if you underestimate your qualities or a superiority complex if you overestimate them. Both are abnormal. Recognize that pendulums compel you to compare yourself to a standard because it's advantageous for them if everyone competes for higher ranks. Transform your non-compliance with standards into self-sufficiency. Assert your right not to conform to everyone else. Break the pendulum's rule, become like me, do as I do. Always adhere to the transurfing principle, allow yourself to be yourself and allow others to be themselves. When you step out of conformity, the pendulum will follow you as it follows a new standard. Day 72. The uniqueness of your soul. You are a truly unique personality. There is no one who competes with your uniqueness. Claim your right to be unique, and you will gain a significant advantage over those who follow conventional paths. Trying to emulate someone else will lead to nothing. Become yourself. Allow yourself this luxury. If you adhere to a mask of an existing star, you will either be a copy or a parody. You cannot become a star by imitating others. When you cease trying to emulate others, when you stop replicating their experiences, everything will fall into place for you. When you acknowledge the greatness of your own personality, everything will align, others will have no choice but to acknowledge it too. Day 73. The Scrooge-called mind. When the mind of a person is seized by pendulums, they are compelled to accept many restrictions and play their role in the imposed game. Do not trust the arguments of the mind that try to convince you the desired goal is unreal. Remember, the mind is constrained by false stereotypes. For when life ends, the dream remains in the dusty chest. In this world, the mind without the soul can accomplish little. Together, however, they are capable of everything, because the merging of soul and mind gives rise to a magical power, external intention. Do not abandon your dreams simply because artificially inflated authorities have assumed the right to dictate what is real and what is not. Claim your right to create your own personal miracle. Day 74. The endless capabilities of your soul. What makes a person become a chosen one? It is the unique path, characteristic only of that individual. Once you embark on your own journey, you will uncover the treasures of the world. Others will watch in amazement, wondering how you achieved this. Grant yourself the courage to turn away from the stereotypes imposed by pendulums. Dare to believe in the boundless capabilities of your soul. Embrace the audacity to assert your rights to your remarkable personality. If the mind allows it, the soul will find a way to manifest your dream. Dare to articulate your vision clearly. Be realistic, ask for the impossible. Day 75. Money. Above all, it is crucial to pursue your goal. Money will naturally follow as an accompanying attribute. However, while you are on your journey, remember one rule: do not dwell on the belief that money is lacking. Instead, affirm that you already possess it. Focus solely on this fact. You have money. The amount is not important, the key is that you possess it. And you will attract even more. Acquire money with love and joy, but spend it freely. Avoid unnecessary restraint. The more you hoard, the less you receive. Avoid accumulating large sums without purpose, or you risk losing everything. Keep things in motion. Money flows through a pipe, not into a container. Day 76. The comfort zone. Everyone is free to choose whatever they need, but if you feel uncertain when imagining your amazing success, wealth, and fame, then they are not part of your comfort zone. And what is outside this zone will not become yours. However, this comfort zone can be expanded. Create a mental image of your dream and hold it in your mind. Visualize this picture repeatedly, enjoying the details and adding new ones. Learn to immerse yourself in this new image. You are worthy of all the best. Everything is real. There are no borders, they exist only in your head. Day 77. Allies. You're only as lonely as you choose to be. Every inanimate object can become imbued with life and be your ally if you treat it as such. For instance, you might consider a toy as a mascot and sincerely believe it to be alive and helpful. Everything around you, buildings, trees, furniture, appliances, cars, computers, can support and nurture you when you decide to see them in this light. Don't demand anything from your allies, instead, treat them as reflections of the world around you. Have confidence that they care about you, acknowledge it, and remind yourself of this from time to time. Day 78. Your Guardian Angel. Perhaps you find yourself in a difficult situation where no one else can help you. In such times, you can create a guardian angel. If you believe in this angel, they exist for you. Conversely, if you do not believe, they do not exist for you. Simply acknowledging the presence of a caring entity can provide you with added balance and confidence. Never disrespect your angel or become angry with them. You may not be aware of the troubles they have helped you avoid so far. When you experience success, remember to express gratitude to your angel and remind them that you love them. This strengthens your connection with them and brings rewards in return. Best of luck.
Step 1, wake up early, gonna rise with the sun. Step 2, get some food in you. Step 3, think real hard about what you wanna be. Step 4, everybody just do your thing.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day.